time to dish with Dee. That's me. Dee, what are you making today? Because you're in the kitchen. Thank you for noticing. I promised. I've been promising this for a couple weeks. And here it is. Brownie batter hummus. You heard that right. Brownie batter hummus. Let me tell you something. Making your own hummus is so affordable, and you know what's inside it, and you can point it so much better because you've put everything in. I love making my own hummus. It's definitely cheap and it's delicious, and you can change things up to your taste. Like if you don't like something or you like a little bit more of this, have at it. I kind of came up with this last week. Or a week and a half ago, we went to a winery at night for a little, under the stars outside, social distance, and it was 7 o'clock, so I wanted dessert. So I've made my hummus for my friends before, but I thought chocolate is where it's at. But not just chocolate hummus. I wanted decadent, gooey brownie batter hummus. So I think I came up with this. I don't think this is anybody else's recipe. I kind of came up with it myself. It's kind of a riff on my other hummus, basically the same ingredients, just a little different pudding. So what I have in my food processor is 2 cans of rinsed and drained chickpeas. Now what I like to do, and you don't again have to do this, is I like to just pulse them a little bit prior to making it. I don't know, you really don't even have to do that. And the minimal ingredients are, I should have told you that. I use this sugar-free pudding, the chocolate fudge. Now I would assume chocolate would work, but brownies are fudgy. So if you can get the chocolate fudge, that's what I've been using, and it's amazing. So I'm using unsweetened vanilla cashew milk. I guess almond milk would work, but this is what I have on hand. So this is what we're using. I have monk fruit sugar replacement. It says sucrin because I want the container from Sucrin. I'm like, oh, is it Sucrin? And cocoa powder. Now you could use what cocoa powder you use. Last time when I made it, I used the special dark and it was amazing. But today I'm going to go a little crazy. I'm using the black cocoa powder. I know. I have no idea how this is going to taste. I can't imagine it being bad. This stuff is amazing. I got mine at a local Amish bulk food store. Yeah, this whole bag was $2.03. I have it listed on my Amazon store. It's not that cheap on Amazon. I won't lie, it's not. But if you're desperate and you really want to try it, I have it linked. There's a link in my description box from Amazon store. There's black cocoa powder, unsweetened. And it's the same as all the cocoa powders. 2 tablespoons are 0, 3 tablespoons is 1 point. Now I'm only going to try to use 2, and I'm going to taste it. And if I think it needs more, I want to like err on the side of less and then always add more. You can always add in, you can't take out. Hold on. Bonsai. Wouldn't be a Dish with Dee video without something. Yeah, drop my lid. It is what it is. Keeping it. I am Dee, and this is my channel. Welcome. All right, what we're going to do is going to pulse. I have my food processor right here. We're just going to pulse these chickpeas a few times. Nothing tragic. Just get them chopped a wee bit. Again, you don't even have to do this. I don't know why I do it. That's how I've always made my hummus. I just kind of get them prepped. Because no matter how much you puree this, it just gets better. And then just mix. Okay, that's good enough. Again, you can leave that step out. All right, we'll put our pudding mix in. I don't know about you, but I love these jello-free sugar puddings. The things we can do with them. Oh my Lord, they're so good. And if you haven't tried my butterscotch brownie hummus or my cookie dough hummus, I will put them in the cards because, yeah, you need to. Now, I'm not going to add coffee in this. And if you watch me enough, Dee always usually puts coffee in her chocolate. But because it's not baked, I felt like it tasted too much like coffee. And again, if you like coffee, then by Jove, you can definitely put it in. I particularly don't like coffee, but when it's baked, I don't usually know it's there. 2/3, we're going to start with 2/3 cup of this cashew milk. Like I said, I could always add more if I need it. But 2/3 has usually been what I've been using. Because every pudding mix is a little bit different. All right, our unsweetened black cocoa powder. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons in. Like I said, if I want to add more, I most certainly will, and I will let you know. And I love a dash of salt and anything. All right, let's put our sucrin, sugar replacement. I'm going to put, what do I have here? I think I have my 1/4 cup. I'm going to try a 1/4 cup and see if it needs more. Because like I said, depending on how much, I might be adding more sugar. Right now I just did a 1/4 cup. Okay, I'm going to turn you off because you don't need to hear this food processor go, but we're just going to whiz this and it's going to just get like a beautiful hummus. All right, I've been whizzing this for about 3 minutes. Every once in a while I stop it, scrape the bowl down. I did have to add another 1/4 cup of the monk fruit, so it's a 1/2 cup total. I will definitely reflect that in my written recipe, but I want to show you this. I mean, look at that. Look, it's gooey like batter. It's so good. You saw how easy it was. Now, like I said, you might not have this black cocoa powder. Last time I did use the Hershey's Special Dark and it was delicious. So definitely use this if you can't get that or don't choose to want to get that. I don't use the regular cocoa Hershey's. I just use the Special Dark. It's my favorite. So I couldn't say if that would taste any good. I'm sure it wouldn't be bad, but I've always used this in the last 2 years. Once this came out, I never went back. So this is what I used last week and it came out phenomenal. So I will list this in my recipe as well, but I did use this. That's why mine's really dark. This reminds me of the Oreo chocolate. That's what it kind of tastes like and smells like. I really like it. But again, I know it's pricey and if you don't want to, and it's hard to get. So this will definitely be amazing. So let me bowl this up and let's taste. I've already tasted it, but I will taste it with you and I will show you how I like to serve it because, you know, you gotta make things fun. Okay, here's our hummus. Look at the amount of hummus that you get. I mean, and look at this. It's intense. It's dark. It's chocolate. It's brownie batter. Now, what I did when we went to the thing, what I put on top, I just put some sprinkles. Because, you know, I just think everything looks better with sprinkles. You could put nuts, like because you like nuts in your brownies. Now remember, you have to account for the points. That's the only problem. Remember, anything you add will have points. Now, this amount of sprinkles will not. But I have Lily's chocolate chips. Now, depending on how many you eat, of course, you know, if you're not the only one eating it, then you just have to give yourself, you know, a pointer, you know. So you put some Lily's, and you could put some crushed walnuts on top, would be fantastic. It's so amazing. I serve it with like little mini pretzels. Use graham crackers, fruit, apple slices are amazing. They are so good. Strawberries are amazing. So you could really make this like a very low point dessert with fruit. But like I said, pretzels are probably my favorite. And it's, look at that. I mean, look at that. It will even get thicker the longer it sits. And remember, the longer it sits, the better it tastes. That's with anything I've found with the pudding mix. The longer it sits, the better it tastes. Like the second or third day, it's even better. And it's pretty good now. But shall we have a taste? Let's pull you up. Because you want to see me taste it, right? Because, you know, Dee don't lie. I don't lie. It's legit brownie batter. I mean, you've all licked the bowl. Come on, don't judge me. I know you have. I've licked the bowl many a time, and let me tell you, that is on point. On freaking point. Now, like I said, this will work perfect. Don't feel you have to go out and get the dark. I just wanted to try it with this because I've had this dark cocoa. I wanted to try it. But last week I made it with this and it was phenomenal. So yeah, just use this. Like I said, I don't use the regular anymore, so I really couldn't tell you how that even tastes anymore. I've been using this for like the past 2 years since this came out. It's amazing. It's intense. It's dark. It's phenomenal. 2 tablespoons are 0. When you go up to 3, it's a point, which, you know, I think is fair. I did, don't I told you I did add the vanilla. I'd forgotten. As I'm spinning it, I didn't add the vanilla extract, but it's all be in the written recipe on my blog, which is linked in the description box below. Go make this. And when you make it, tag me. Say, look what I made, Dee. And you're going to say, Dee, you are amazing. I'm only teasing. I am amazing. This is how I deal. Dee, how do you stay on plan? With this stuff. Granted, I don't eat a crap ton. You can't. But a 1/4 cup, you can do. And like I said, it's totally enough. It's totally enough because it's very, very rich. So you can do a 1/4 cup for no points. I think once you get to maybe half, it might be a point, possibly. I'll have to look that up. But again, like I said, put some walnuts or pecans crushed up. Shut the front door. That would be amazing. But you know what? This is amazing just the way it is. You don't really need it. But if you like, you're that person that likes that in your brownie, then I suggest you do it. So I hope you enjoyed this today. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, why not? What's the hold up? Look what Dee's coming up with. You want to be on the cusp of this. And if you go to my recipe blog, at the very, very bottom, at Blogspot, it's right in the description box, you put your email in. And then when I type the email in and load it onto the site, you get the recipe in your inbox. You don't have to go back. Like, that's a win. So I highly recommend you do that. And most times here's a little hint. Most times it's in the blog before it's on the YouTube. So you could be ahead of the curve doing that. That's it for me today. This is amazing. Go try this recipe. Bye-bye. We will dish another day.